We have hunted 128 boxes so far in this penny hunt and fill series. We have been struggling with finding 30s wheat cents in general, let alone the 30s that are left in the book. Of course, we're not expecting to find the 2 steel cents, although we got a pleasant surprise in one of the hunts, and I'll take it. But at the end of the day, we've got another 2-box hunt in front of us, and I'm hoping we can slot 1 or 2 cents to help get this Dansco Lincoln Penny album closer to being complete. Hey everyone, it's RobFindsTreasure and welcome back to my channel. Like I said in the intro, we've got another 2-box penny hunt. This is going to be episode 72 of the series and boxes 129 and 130. Now, if you're new to the channel or new to the series, I always have a link to the playlist starting at the first box, linked both down below in the video description as well as pinned up here for your convenience. Now, we're going to get right to the hunt. For today's hunt, I'm going to be using my Lincoln Penny coin hunts mat because we're not only going to be looking for the wheat cents we need for the album, but we'll be keeping an eye out for any copper that I collect, as well as any varieties, proofs, foreigns, you name it. Now, thankfully, I have 2 boxes in front of me, and they are circulated cents. They're not the brand new ones. I can tell by the holes in the bottom. Figured we'd kick it off right away with the first box being opened and see if we have any enders to speak of. All right. Definitely doesn't look that bad. Looks like we have a lot of copper cents as well as some older Lincoln Memorial backs, which is always good. And I do see a few shield cents to boot. I don't see any fancy enders to speak of, so it looks like we just need to get right to the hunt. Now, you guys know the drill. I'll be looking through these rolls, and as soon as I have something worth showing you, I'll bring you back. I just finished roll hunting the second roll of the box, and I figured I better let you guys know. In that second roll, we had 3 more of those 1961 BU red cents, which I will take. I'm only showing those because I remember in a recent hunt, we had a lot of those, and I think it was a pretty good set of boxes. So fingers crossed, we see more of them, maybe some other BU ones, or maybe it's going to be a great hunt. Optimism is always fun. Let's get back to the hunt before we get ahead of ourselves and see if there's other goodies in the next set of rolls. Our first wheat cent we found in roll number 3, it's just the 1945 Philadelphia, but it gets us started, and hopefully it's the first of many. We're on roll number 9, and we have our second wheat cent. This one's going to be a 1947 Philly in decent shape. Definitely take that one. A couple from the 40s already. Roll number 17 will give us our third wheat cent of the hunt. It's just going to be a 57D. I saw it obverse facing, but we'll take it. And now we've got even more nice 61s and a couple of 62s to boot. Roll 19, wheat cent number 4. And that's going to be another 57 Denver. Same roll, and we have a wheat cent from the 30s. Unfortunately, it's not with a mint mark. It's a 1937 Philadelphia, which we don't need, but I will definitely take one from the 30s because we don't see them often. Roll number 28, another wheat cent and another one from the 30s, and it's a 36, so we can check that 36 to see if it's the DDO, which it's not looking like, but that's 2 wheat cents in the 30s, 2 in the 40s, and 2 in the 50s for a total of 6. Roll number 32, wheat cent number 7. It's a corroded 44 Denver, but we'll just take a quick peek to see if it's the D over S, and I don't see it. 1944D. We're on roll number 37, and now I remember the hunt that this reminds me of. I just went back and checked. Penny Hunt and Fill episode number 68 was the one that had all of the nicer BU cents. We've even had a lot of the 03 and 07s again, but none of them that I scoped I thought I should keep. We also have the nice 2009 formative year cents, and we had those in that hunt as well. But I bring you in because we recently found a really nice cent, and we slotted it, and now we're going to find it again. Take a look at this. Another 1930 San Francisco. That is a tough date to get. We recently found one, and now we have another one. I'll definitely take it. We don't need it, but always great seeing a tougher date to find in your penny hunts, along with all of the other beautiful BU cents we've already amassed. 13 rolls to go, 8 wheat cents on the board. Let's find more. Roll 45, wheat cent number 9. And that's going to be a 1948 Denver, I believe. I couldn't tell if it was a 45 or a 48, but it's definitely a 48 Denver, and we'll take it. Well, we finished that first box of pennies, and I hated seeing it come to an end because whenever you score that many beautiful cents, albeit only from 1961, 62, and 78 D, you can't get mad. We also had a 69S, a couple of beat-up 59s, and one Canadian cent that was minted in 1979, so you know that's copper as well. Speaking of copper, good start to the Copper Cup. Probably going to fill it with that box if it's anything like this, but if it's anything like this, I'm going to run out of space. 9 wheat cents, 3 from the 30s, a 37, a 36, and of course the 1930S, hard to get. I ended up keeping 5 of the 09 formative years Lincoln cents, as well as an 82D large date zinc cent. I think we need a nicer one, so we'll have to double check that one as well. Let me clear away all those discards, and we'll do a live opening on box 2, and fingers crossed, it's the sister box to this box. All right, let's open up the second box of the 2-box hunt, see if we get some more goodies and maybe something for the book. Yeah, it looks similar. A few more shield cents this time and a little bit less copper, so might be a different kind of hunt, but we won't know until we get into the rolls. I'll be back if and when we have a find. We're on our 12th roll of the second box, and I can assure you that it's definitely not going to be the sister box to the other one because it's got a lot of shield cents in it, not a lot of copper, not a lot of fines. But I bring in, though, because we have found the first wheat cent of the second box and the 10th overall for the hunt, and it's going to be a 47 Denver. Maybe that's a good sign because if I recall, we started off the last box with a 47 wheat cent as well, or at least early on. 12 rolls down, let's get back to the hunt. Roll number 23 of box 2, and we're going to have another wheat cent. It's only the second of the box, 11th of the hunt, and it's a 1945 Philadelphia. I'll also make mention that in this box, we have found a pretty nice 1966 and a really nice 1971S. So the BU cents are still stacking up, but definitely, like I said previously, not the sister box as far as what I'm seeing in it compared to the last box. Either way, 11 wheat cents. Let's find some more. Roll number 36 of box 2, wheat cent number 12 of the hunt. And that's going to be a 1958 Denver. Roll number 37 is going to give us another 1958 Denver for wheat cent number 13. Roll number 95 out of 100, and we have our 14th wheat cent. And it's going to be the oldest in the 40s, a 1940 Philadelphia. Well, we finished that second box of this 2-box hunt, and even though the second box was pretty slim pickings, overall, with the amount of BU cents we got and cents from the 30s, I'm not going to get mad at it. At the end of the day, we had 14 total wheat cents, 5 in the second box, 9 in the first box, with 4 of those being in the 50s, 7 of them being in the 40s, and of course 3 in the 30s, including a really nice 1930S that we don't see too often. We got a lot of BU cents here, even in the zinc years. We got the 09 formative years, got 5 they're going to keep. We've got that 82D zinc cent that I'll check against the album. 1 Canadian, 4 59s, and so many BU cents that despite having that many, we had a box similar to this, so I don't know if any of these will upgrade because we've already upgraded these from a previous hunt. That being said, we also finished with a 1969S that wasn't the DDO, and despite the lack of fines in that second box, it gave us just enough copper to just about fill the copper cup, another 4 pounds, 5 ounces of copper in the 2 boxes. But when you think about it, I've had boxes from Iowa that had that exact same, if not more amount in 1 box. So definitely a lighter copper box on the second box, but like I said, overall a fun hunt. I don't know if we're going to have any upgrades or additions to the album. I don't think so, but we do have some cents to check against it. So let me go ahead and do that, and then I'll bring you guys back in with the final look at the book and some final thoughts. Well, I've compared the finds to the album, and even though we didn't have any additions from this hunt, we did have 2 upgrades. The first upgrade was the 1982D large date zinc. Got a nice example in there. That's good to get. And we did actually upgrade the 47D. This one is a little better shape than the last one. I hate unplugging brown cents for other brown cents, but it was significant enough that I thought I better do so. As far as in the 30s, no upgrades. And even though the 30S we have in here is about the same, maybe slightly under the one we found today, it wasn't a nice enough upgrade that I'm going to plug this one out and plug the other one back in and risk damaging the slot. At the end of the day, though, now we've hunted 130 boxes. We're stuck at 196 out of 234 cents. But with upgrades, it makes it that much sweeter. And the fact that we got so many BU cents to add to my BU rolls makes me happy as well. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this 2-box penny hunt. I know I did. The first box especially was a lot of fun. Second box a little tough, but that's how corn running goes sometimes. If you guys did, I'd appreciate that thumbs up. And as always, everyone, happy hunting, and thanks for watching.